my first ever Upchurch concert. I'm going to tell you all about it. What's up, y'all? I just wanted to tell y'all a little bit about my first ever Upchurch concert experience because it was a huge part of my life to this day. So, July 16th, 2017, Bethpage, Tennessee was my first ever Upchurch concert. Actually, the only one I've ever been to. And basically, I had a plan in my head already since like this was going to be the coolest thing I was going to do all year, or that we had planned on doing so far in the year. And I think my wife bought the tickets for my birthday. We show up, me and my wife. Well, she was my girlfriend at the time. She's my wife now. So we go to this concert. We get there super early. It's out in the middle of the boonies, man. Like, I'm surprised. I couldn't even tell you the closest. I couldn't even get you anywhere near there without GPS right now. Like, that shit was way out there. So like, we get in there early. This little venue, I mean, it was super dope. We got up there. We were right up front. And actually, I'll show you how close we were right now. Check this out. So that was a clip of Upchurch grabbing my phone, you know, because like there was like one row of people in front of us. And we get there early and like we get good spots, you know, you got to stand. And this whole time right next to us was like Upchurch's dad. So that was pretty cool. I got to like talk to him for a second. It was just crazy. And this was like really, really early in my rapping career. Like super early. Like I was embarrassed of my music at this point, so I wasn't out there like trying to promote or nothing. Which actually I did tell two people there, and we're actually still friends with one of them. Her name is Whitney. She was super dope. We met her that night. She was from Indiana, so it was a crazy night. Well, anyways, the concert starts, and we're like right here. Just super close, and I got some footage. I'm gonna drop that in.
I expect to party with y'all crazies tonight too. Don't be leaving. This next song is gonna hit home probably for a lot of Tennessee folks. I wrote this song maybe about a year ago, and I never really released it. I just kind of put it out there on YouTube, and I want to sing it for y'all tonight. It's called Stuck on 17. So here we go. This old town don't have much to give.
Like, I can't even express it enough because it was crazy, and I got more footage. We didn't really plan on taking a whole lot. What we do have is it's pretty tight, so I'll go ahead and drop that in too. So like he's on stage performing, grabbing people's phones. Super close. We even got a little clip of him right there in front of us, taking his boots and socks off. Getting out there just like hanging out, man. It was just it was a good experience to be that close and just really get to, I don't know, not feel like, you know how stages on these big, huge shows are like way far away and you don't even get close. And this was just like real personal, you know. It was dope, man. He was like interacting with everybody in the crowd. Crazy, crazy. Well, after a while, you know, the show got over. We all went outside, and like there was a big area out back, and we were out there, and you know, just hanging out. I don't even think I drank that night. Yeah, I probably didn't, which I don't even drink anymore, really. But yeah, so we're getting ready to go home. We walk out, me and Lindsay, my wife, walking out to the car. I was taking my boots off. I was just going to put my slip-ons or whatever I had. I was putting my boots in the trunk, and I had brought a ring because I was going to propose. So I had it in my shoe or whatever. I don't even remember where it was, but I pulled it out, and I was standing back there like nervous as shit. And then she's like I'm in the back, and she's like, she was driving home. So maybe I did drink. I don't remember. I might have had a couple, but she was standing by the driver's door, and I'm like, hey, can you come help me? Like, I don't even know what I said, but it was dumb. It didn't even make sense because it took me like 3 or 4 tries to get her over there. And so she walked over there, got down on my knee, proposed, and she said yes. So that was dope. And then, yeah, last year in May, no shit, this May will be 2 years. Damn. Yeah, so we got married May 2 years ago. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, but that was just crazy, man. Like, I proposed to my wife at a Upchurch concert. It's crazy. And I guess the significance of that, like, Upchurch was kind of like, I never really like rapped in a studio ever in my earlier days, but I grew up on hip hop and always rapping and shit, like driving around in the car, just freestyling and stuff. And so I was with, I remember this like it was yesterday. I was with my buddy David Nichols. We've been friends since way back. Him and his wife, I don't know if they were married at the time, but they had a red Dodge Durango. And I was sitting in the middle in the back seat going somewhere, and I'm leaning over the console, like the little center console. I'm leaning over there, and he's playing this, like, he's playing Upchurch, and I had no idea who it was. I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? This is crazy. Like, this shit is tight. And then I started thinking about, like, man, this would be dope. And I don't even know how it all happened, but it just kind of sparked my brain and was like, shit, he can do this country rap shit. Like, I can rap about it because, like, I did grow up, like, you know, I wore the big plain white tees and the Air Force Ones, baggy pants, the Jordans and shit. Like, I wore that back in the day when I was in school. And then when I got out, that's when I really started getting into, like, the country lifestyle. I grew up in Houston, and then I moved a little bit north, in, like, the Conroe, Magnolia area. And then ever since then, which that was probably over 12 years ago. I'd say probably 12 years ago. Damn. Yeah, maybe 10. Something like that. Well, I just started embracing that lifestyle and just, you know, there's really no way to be country. Like, it's just who you are. And I guess I remember being in high school and I got to take FFA for one semester because, like, they wouldn't let me take any extracurricular activities because I was always in trouble and my grades were so bad. But I remember somehow I was making good grades, and then like I got to take FFA, and that kind of was like, that was super dope. I loved it. And I think that's what kind of fueled the, let's get away from this baggy clothes, like, let's get away from this hood lifestyle and just, like, I don't know, not be like that anymore. And I guess that it comes with age and as you mature and stuff, but it never really, in school, like, I hated country music. Oh my God, you put that on, I'm like whiny bitch. I'm like, no, I don't want to listen to this. This is trash. I don't want to listen to this. But eventually, yeah, it just kind of escalated, and then I started embracing that lifestyle, changed my clothes, my attitude, you know. I used to have like no conscience at all. Now everything I do, man, like, I always think about what are the effects, you know, what's gonna happen if I do this, if I live like this, you know, if I'm breaking into shit and stealing stuff and drugs and all that stuff, and I just totally put it in the past. And ever since then, you know, like, I've had a lot of ups and downs in life after that, but for the most part, you know, things just changed, and I became a better person because I wanted to. Nobody told me to do it. And that's one of the big things I'm grateful for, because I didn't have somebody like just drilling me like, you need to get away from this, you need to be better and all this. You know, of course my mom, you know, like, she wanted me to be better and not be such a I don't know what you would say, but like a menace to society. But yeah, so it all kind of went from there, and that's when I was like rapping and stuff, and I started listening to a lot of country music, and then I got hooked on Texas country music, and oh man, dude, I took that shit and I ran with it. I was going to shows 2 or 3 times a week, like during the week, at these little like dive bars, watching Texas country singers, and literally watching them go from like nobody watching them to like they sold out the rodeo last year, if y'all know Cody Johnson. Then when I heard Upchurch, you know, with my buddy, man, I was like, man, like, I'm trying to embrace like the countryside of life, I guess you could say. And I was like, but I know how to rap. You know, I've been rapping. I've listened to rap my whole life. Like, I know this. Like, this sounds like something that I could do. I ended up, I don't know what year it was. It was a few years ago. I wrecked my motorcycle one night, and yeah, I couldn't work for like a month and a half. I couldn't really walk that well. I was just in a lot of pain. I didn't break any bones or anything, but I was laid up at the house. I had just got back from working offshore, and I had a substantial amount of money in my bank, and I had nothing to do. So about a month of being laid up in the house, I finally started getting out, trying to, walk and move around more. I went to Guitar Center and bought a studio. No idea why. I got it all, and that's actually like the same stuff I'm using now. Like this interface I got is from then, and that's pretty much it. I've upgraded everything else, but I bought it. I messed with it for a few days, put it up, and this is when I still lived in Houston. Well, actually, I lived in Katy, Texas at the time, but then when I moved to Illinois, where I live now, Southern Illinois, I live in Alto Pass. We moved into this house, and we had an extra bedroom, and I started setting it up, and like I was like, man, I'm pull the studio out and just start. I just started somewhere, and yeah, that's pretty much how it all started. I kind of ran with it, and I grinded really hard for like the first year, and then I got just burnt out on it because like that's all I did: eat, sleep, and repeat music. A lot of things got put on the back burner because of that. And then I stepped away from it for a little while, and I had gained quite a bit of traction, believe it or not, with even the poor quality music, because it took me a while before I realized that you need engineers to mix and master this shit. You can't just do it yourself, record it and put it out because it sounds terrible. And then you try to find yourself, like how you like to write music, how you want to, it takes a while to find yourself as an artist, how you want to deliver. And just really find the you in it to make it different, and not try to be somebody else, because we all have influences. So you really have to just try to find yourself. And once that happened and things really started coming together, and yeah, I took the break, I came back, and I really, from then on, I've really just paced myself and try to put out the best music. But yeah, I'm gonna quit rambling, but that's pretty much how all this started, and it's crazy just to reflect on it now. But my wife and I have been married for almost 2 years now, and got engaged at an Upchurch concert. It's crazy. All right, y'all. Well, y'all have a good one. I'm gonna be posting a reaction video in the next couple days, and put together some more content for you guys. I'm really gonna try to grind to get that done. Also got an EP on the way with Matt Towns, which he'll be actually up at my house. He lives in Alabama. I'm in Southern Illinois. He'll be up here from the 7th to the 10th of February. So we're going to knock out the rest of this EP at my house, and then we're going to shoot a couple music videos while he's here. So we're definitely going to go live. If you see this video, get ready, because that weekend's going to be crazy. It's going to be super, super, super busy, and we're going to try to get a lot of it on tape. We want we're going to get a lot of pictures and stuff like that for the future, so we can have that stuff later on, because it's not too often we get to link up like this. So we're going to take advantage of it, and we definitely want to let y'all in on it. So appreciate you guys. If you like this video and like the content on my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and share it with your buddies, man. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.